I want to talk just a little bit about, how many of you know there's an election coming up this fall? Well, I want to talk about that just a little bit because a lot of people don't understand what this election is really about. A lot of people think it's about saving Social Security. A lot of people think it's about foreign entanglements. A lot of people think it's about getting smaller government. And he said it's halftime in America, and he wanted you to believe that. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, it's the fourth quarter in America. The 2-minute warning has sounded, and the wrong team has the ball. We're just one Supreme Court justice away from a complete dismantling of the Constitution.
That's right.
In 1943, on February the 3rd, the USS Dorchester, a troop ship, was steaming through the frigid North Atlantic. There were 903 American servicemen on board. Included in that group were 4 Army chaplains. At 1 o'clock in the morning, that ship was struck by a torpedo from a Nazi submarine. It sunk in 27 minutes. 231 survivors would tell the story later on that their last memories of that ship was seeing those 4 Army chaplains who had been marshaling people, soldiers trying to get them off that ship and passing out life jackets. And when they ran out of life jackets, they ripped theirs off and gave them to 4 other servicemen. And the survivors said that they remember seeing those 4 chaplains linked arm in arm with their heads bowed in prayer as they sank to their icy graves. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for people of faith to link arms, to pray for the repentance of the nation, to pray for the repentance of our leaders. And then on election day, we need to link arms with our friends and neighbors and those who share our beliefs. And we need to go from the pews to the polls and send those who haven't repented, send them home. And I appreciate the opportunity to be here. I'm so proud.
To all of you, dear people of God, I regret that I could not be with you today because of a commitment to say Mass at the same time. I offer the Mass for your efforts today. I encourage you to continue the struggle to protect our God-given right to religious freedom. May God bless you as you take the gospel to the town square. We must be in the public, making known the need to protect this gift from God, to freely practice our faith. God bless you all. The Very Reverend Michael J. Sheehan, Archbishop of Santa Fe. Started a career as a research scientist with the Air Force and then later with NASA. He's the author of over 200 scientific papers and presentations in the area of aerospace safety, and the author of 3 NASA propellant safety manuals. Light reading.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. It's great to be here. I can tell you, Dick, I know what it feels like because I'm a Lobo down in Aggie territory.
Go Lobo!
You know, I come here today to speak to you in a variety of ways. One thing is that I come here to speak to you as a scientist. And as a scientist, I have a very keen understanding in terms of looking at facts, looking at the data, making sure that our decisions are based on the data and on facts, and not based on smoke and mirrors. As a scientist, they don't like us to be on juries because we look at the facts and not on the emotions. Magicians don't like us in the crowd because while the smoke's going off over here, we're watching their hand go behind their back, reeling out the bouquet of flowers. Let me demonstrate this in a letter that I wrote to Senator Bingaman. Senator Jeff Bingaman voted for the HHS mandate. He had a choice. I encouraged him not to. He wrote me back a reply, and his reply covered 3 things. the first thing that his reply covered was that the Health Care Act, Obamacare, requires a mandate. That is smoke. That is not true. It does not require this mandate. The second thing he told me is that the HHA's mandate is similar to laws in other states. That is not true. That's smoke. Other states have conscience provisions. All the other states have conscience provisions.
Yeah!
The last thing he told me was that women have to have contraception. That's mirrors. That's mirrors. And so here, in the answer to smoke and mirrors is my reply. Sorry. Dear Senator Beeson, while I understand that we differ in our views on the role and morality of artificial contraception, the issue and the vote that you just made is not about contraception. This vote is about the freedom of religion as guaranteed in the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. And while I see your argument about other state provisions, I would like to remind you that you are a United States Senator. He is not a state senator. If he wants to be, I guess he could run for a state senator, but he's a United States Senator and therefore responsible for upholding and defending the Constitution of the United States. What other states do is not cover for your responsibility to develop rights, which clearly separates the federal rights from all those reserved to the states. By voting the matter that you did today, you have weakened our rights and improved the ability of the federal government to usurp the rights of the people and the people's religious institutions. I am gravely disappointed and will continue to hold you in my prayers. I stand in front of you as a scientist. I also stand in front of you as a civil servant. As a civil servant, I work for NASA. I'm a government employee. And many of you that have served our great country have taken this oath that I swear that I will preserve and protect the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Yeah!
That was my oath. An oath for this Constitution. And it's not my Constitution. In fact, if it was my Constitution and I could interpret it any way I wanted to, I would make all the rules and you guys would send me all your money. Oh wait, that's what they're doing in Washington right now, right? It's not some politician's view of the Constitution. This is a Constitution that our forefathers wrote, that our forefathers died for.